stop, never give it up. Never 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 stop, never give it up. Give it up.
The WTA Tour with Suzuki Automobiles. See the originality.
Yeah, well, I've got to wait for players now. I don't take this bit. Yeah.
Welcome to San Diego. Sorry about the technical problems. Welcome to the final of the TIG Classic. And there is the new #1 in the world, Martina Hingis. Identify a win in the semi-final. Getting to the final here, she'll be #1 in the world on Monday for the 101st time. Up against her, the #4 seed, Venus Williams. We join the match right at the start. Well, the forehand's been working pretty well for Williams, but not there. Her fourth appearance in San Diego, quarter-finalist last year, had to withdraw injured against Mary Pierce. Terrific win against Lindsay Davenport in the semi-final, which robbed Davenport of her #1 title. It's all going pretty wrong early on here. She's beat Davenport 6-4, 7-5, hasn't dropped a set on her way through.
Thank you.
Well, the forehand, which has been a bit shaky through her career, not holding up there at all. And Hingis taking the first game without dropping a point. Hingis with her mother back in evidence. And she too has been in imperious form, beat Chanda Rubin in the opening match, had a bye in the first round. Chanda Rubin, then Dominic van Roost of Belgium, then Amanda Kurtzer, and beat Kurtzer 1 and 2 before getting to the final here. Confirmation of their last meeting in the Italian Open early this year. Their one meeting this year, Hingis leads 6-3, but Williams won that, and at that stage looked the best player in the world. And many people's hot tip to win the French Open, it didn't happen. Remember her defeat by Barbara Schwartz of Austria. Quarter-finalist Williams in Wimbledon, and then got to the final at Stanford last week, beaten by Lindsay Davenport. But good wins against Anna Kournikova and Amanda Kurtzer on the way.
Time.
So the rejuvenated Hingis about to serve 1-love with a break. And at last, Williams gets going. Hingis, the champion here a couple of years ago.
Love 30.
I'm getting a little carried away. Well, as you'd expect, it's Williams with the greater power who's dominating this match. And a chance to get right back into it here.
First serve.
Yes, a mighty hitting from Williams, and good on her. She wasn't phased by dropping her serve to Love, and has come back and done exactly the same to Martina Hingis.
Forward.
Some mighty blows from both.
Love.
Just needs to tighten up a little bit on that forehand side. She's been saying at the press conference this week how thrilled she is that the forehand generally has been working so much better. And did so against Lindsay Davenport.
First serve.
Cloudless sky, temperature never that hot here, very equable climate. Temperature around 80 degrees Fahrenheit today. Once again, Hingis finding the vulnerability.
40.
And here are 2 break points for the third successive break of serve. And Williams looking a little disorientated. So a bizarre start to this match with 3 breaks of serve But Hingis looking much more on her game in the early stages of this final in San Diego. She leads 2-1. Diego, California, where the American girl is under the cosh at the moment. Dropped her opening 2 service games. Martina Hingis leading 2-1. Well, she may be having problems, but she still has that awesome power and the ability to get a winner out of nothing. Particularly this side. Just a little bit of footwork to make room and then the mighty swing. Williams, a winner in Oklahoma City. The Lipton tournament at Key Biscayne, Hamburg and Rome this year. So both have won 4 titles. Yes, no doubts there. Much better from Williams, and that'll give her good heart.
30.
Fine return, and then a massive pounce on the second shot. And now she's in pole position for another break. It's for 2-all. Hingis hitting to a commendable length, but Williams never under real pressure there. And an astonishing start. 4 successive breaks of serve against these 2 wonderful players. Seven career titles now, to her credit. First ace, 113, the quickest serve so far. She has served a world record for a woman, 127 mile an hour serve. Well done. Took advantage of the net cord. But again, some monstrous hitting. Both girls now really settling into their play. We're having a match worthy of these 2. Her side-to-side movement often very good, but front to back or moving from back to front, that sometimes catches her out.
Slow.
And wonder of wonders, a hold of serve. And Venus looking a lot more relaxed there. So that's the story. After 4 successive breaks of serve, suddenly Venus Williams looking much more rhythmic behind hers. And she leads 3-2 in the first set. Welcome back to San Diego. And Venus Williams looking much more relaxed now after a very doubtful start. And hordes of followers here. Women's tennis very much on the up in the USA as it is everywhere else. Well, that's why shots like that, dramatic. She looks dramatic and she plays in dramatic style. And now the forehand's working that well, she'll really be feeling good about her game. Certainly this is a much tougher proposition for Mademoiselle Hingis. That's a forehand that belonged to the opening game.
13 all.
Mother Melanie, now restored courtside after the debacle at Wimbledon. Yes, fabulous hitting from Venus.
13-40.
Right to the line. Hingis does well to get there. Williams stays cool and has break point. This is turning in to be the best game of the match. That time Hingis able to dominate. What a wonderful action shot that is of the double-hander. Well, she's had a chance here, Venus, but 2 poor shots, one on both wings. Left her vulnerable, and now it's Hingis with a chance to level up at 3 each. Well, it's a crack at this game. And it may well be pivotal. Good to see her smiling again amidst the heart of the action. So she regrets the many things that went on in Paris. Without being too specific, but we know what she means. Three each then. Sister Serena. Williams sisters handle themselves really well on court. Just a questioning look, but that's as far as it goes. That's a bad miss. A forehand error never too far away. I think Hingis knows if she keeps plying away down that side, she's going to get some reward. Not the best attempted pass that Hingis has made. Plenty of height and an inviting put away. Yes, prodigious length there from the Swiss. Giving Williams little room in which to maneuver those massive levers. So Williams, once again error prone. And here's set point. Break point, rather. Got plenty of everything in the last couple of games. More than a fair sprinkling of errors, but some prodigious hitting as well. Again, she has the ability to laugh at herself, which is comforting. And what won't be comforting is making that error. Did well to get to the return, and it was just what she wanted, but that wasn't. There, only at the bottom of the net. Lost it a bit at the end, and Williams has got out of a real scare there. But a match full of drama, and very watchable indeed. 4 breaks so far, but the last 3 games have gone with serve. Williams in front, 4 games to 3. Welcome back to San Diego. Venus Williams against Martina Hingis, the final of the TIG Classic. Terrific tournament, 17 of the world's top 20 here. The first set, it's Hingis serving here, 3-4 down.
all.
Oh no. It was Williams at her best until then. And Hingis getting a reward for some strong resilience. But she'll have just hated this. Wow, really stepping in now. Much stronger physically this year than last. Hingis has spent a lot of time, particularly early in the year, putting on a few extra pounds and working on the upper body. And that's what's giving her the extra strength and power. Williams making a statement there, standing, what, 1.5 meters inside the service, the baseline, and then cracking that forehand. Hingis at her best. Looked to me as if she was far more aggressive there and getting angles as well as length and direction. So 4 successive breaks of serve followed by 4 holds of serve. Outrageous shot to try. Over the high part of the net, and it stopped stone dead. Williams picking up a few easy points off her serve, which you might expect even against Hingis. Laboured forehand, and here are 2 break points for Hingis. Cracking rally. Hingis showing her commitment, going for everything.
30-40.
But in the end, bludgeoned. Second break point.
First serve.
Yes, Hingis looks round at her mother, who applauds enthusiastically. That was a good game for her, and more problems for Venus. Third time she's broken Venus's serve. It's been a brilliant run for Hingis here in San Diego. By in the opening round, then she beat Chanda Rubin, Dominic Van Roost, and then Amanda Kurtzer, all of them in straight sets. And Venus, she too had a bye in the opening round, then Natasha Zvereva, Sandrine Testud, and then Lindsay Davenport. 6-4, 7-5, really doing Hingis a favour, which, of course, the defeat of Davenport and Hingis' victory means that Hingis starts tomorrow morning as number 1 in the world. Amazingly, still only 18 years of age, Martina. 23 career titles, 5 Grand Slams, including, of course, the Australian this year. Finalist, controversially, in the French Open, but amazingly beaten by Jelena Dokic, perhaps the biggest ever upset in the men's or women's game at Wimbledon. And a somewhat cathartic experience, I suggest. It's her first tournament since then, and with mother Melanie by her side, she looks to be right back to her best. Physically, perhaps even more impressive than before. She hasn't been wasting her time. Well, Williams knows she's got a chance to break Hingis. She broke her in the first 2 Hingis service games. Pressure on here. Serving for the set at 5-4. What's that pressure? Well, an embarrassing double, but Martina tends to take so much in her stride. Not by much. And a bit of a let off there for the number 2 seed. Just sublime stuff. First the approach stretching Williams wide. And Williams did well with the reply. It looked a winning shot there, but she got enough on it to make this not the easiest. I think he's taking it almost on the half volley. So 2 set points for the number 2 seed. She didn't come forward with too much confidence, did she? And it's Hingis who takes the opening set, 6-4. I think Williams coming in on a bit of a bluff there. So Hingis with the last 3 games, playing consistent and occasionally brilliant tennis. The American to begin set number 2. more consistent from Venus Williams. Longest rally of the match. And surprisingly, it ends with Hingis faltering.
Foul.
First double. She's got a problem, I think, with something. Maybe something in her back. She's not cracking the first serve. Now a footfall. But I sense there's a problem developing with Venus Williams. See, the sun is another irritation. But it's all beginning to go wrong for her. I think there's something physically wrong with her, because it's been a couple of games now since she's really given the first serve the full belt. Serena knows that there's something amiss. Yes, you can see the first serve there just being bowled in. And Hingis won't be slow to take advantage of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a courtesy to both the players.
Williams without a blitzing first serve. And he's like playing with one arm behind her back. 2 break points. It's too easy. Now, is she going to continue? It looks like it. But Williams obviously has a problem. And Hingis isn't going to be slow to mop her up if this problem stays, and perhaps even gets worse. She's now won 4 games in a row from 4-3 down in the first set. Back to the final here in San Diego, the TIG Classic. And all eyes on Venus Williams. See if she can recover from what's obviously a problem. Confirmation that on Monday evening, 1900 Central European time, 6 o'clock on British Eurosport and other stations on British time, Tommy Haas of Germany against the very promising Xavier Malisse of Belgium, the teenager that starts off our coverage in Cincinnati. We'll be live with you all week. Live and recorded highlights in the afternoon. 6 o'clock British time, 7 o'clock Central European. Fru McMillan joined by David Mercer for the Cincinnati tournament. Right here, Hingis is a set and a break-up.
30%.
Ball.
It's all beginning to go very badly wrong for Venus, particularly on the serve, and I sense that that's crucial. But the venom has gone out of her game. And without the venomous shots, she looks an average player, which she most certainly isn't. 5 games in a row now for Hingis. So this is absolutely crucial, this game for Venus. Oh, yes. Incredible rally. And well played Venus, even though there is obviously a problem. She stretched far and wide there and came up with this scorching winner. And only she could have got the reach and got the length to be able to pull that back. But look at the serve. Very nearly half pace. Yes, the best forehand, the one that set up the approach for a long time.
30 love.
But there must be a lot going on now in her mind as to how to play this, given the fact that she obviously is affected by the injury.
Oh!
And if the first serve doesn't go in, it's being lapped up here. Oh no, very tentative.
34.
Changed her mind. It was a rather painful scoop.
Oh!
Yes, Hingis, to her credit, is not getting carried away. She knows that Williams is ailing, but she was prepared to stick it out and work her way into the points and then punish when the opening comes. Break point. Her third successive break. Well, it looks very much like her title at the moment. From 4-3 down in the opening set, Hingis has now won 6 games in a row, including those 3 breaks. And Williams, quite frankly, is just a shadow of herself and of the young lady who put out Lindsay Davenport yesterday. Welcome back to San Diego. Absolutely gorgeous day. You can see the flags at the top. A fair amount of breeze here, but you couldn't spot a cloud for miles. But plenty of clouds in her mind, I'm sure. Turning out to be a very difficult match for Lindsay Davenport, for Venus rather, after her win against Lindsay Davenport, which is one of the finest of her short but illustrious career. 6 games in a row for Martina Hingis, and she leads 3-love second set. Seems to be less problem on the double-hander. She makes room. She can deliver that swing as forcibly as ever, but the problems seem to be elsewhere. Really clever shot from Martina Hingis. Spotting Williams coming in and just dipping it below her feet. double-hander that Venus Williams would have been proud of.
30-15.
Williams got a fair amount of depth and width, but nowhere near enough in the end. Scintillating rally, and Williams did her part there, trying to put the pressure on. But again, the guile of Hingis too much. Williams very nearly pulled the volley off. So that's 7 games in a row. Williams not playing that poorly. Hindered, yes, by the serve, and perhaps here and there in general movement, although you wouldn't know it. But Hingis is just taking her apart at the moment.
Last 15.
Now for once just going for a little bit too much, a rare sign of impatience. She looks tethered by the injury. Been no sign or sound from the Williams camp to let us know what might be the problem. Since it was in the bag. Well played. I really admire the way she's knuckled down to this task, despite the fact that things are rapidly going astray. There's no sense of resignation or desperation about her at all. There's the court craft. It's such a wondrous thing. Really clever. And almost second nature, letting her know that this is where Williams was going to go. And look at the touch and wonderful conception of the shot. So Hingis then with break point. break. Yeah. Well, perhaps feeling that the match is as good as over, gave that a full swing. Oh, what a crowd pleaser that shot was. Will it have relevance? Second break point. Five love. Oh no. I told you of the depth of the problem that she's got. Having to work so hard behind the serve. No free points at all. Another break point for the number 2 seed. Yes, just the first look of resignation there, and understandable after 8 games in a row have gone against her. And Hingis looking at Williams as if she might expect that there could be a default, but there isn't one. She's going to carry on. But it's well, it's more than a daunting task. It's even for someone of Williams' caliber and the weapons that she has at her disposal. She's not going to bring this around. Confirmation of our match on Monday evening here on Eurosport and British Eurosport. Right the way through the week, we'll be bringing you the Mercedes Super 9 tournament from Cincinnati. Tommy Haas of Germany against Xavier Malisse of Belgium. 1900 Central European time, 6 o'clock if you're watching on British Eurosport or on British time on Eurosport International. One ace from Williams when she was serving quick right at the beginning. That was, I think, 113 mile an hour. But since then, something's gone astray. Senses a problem in the back, but whatever it is, it's hindered her no end. And Hingis has been a model of security. Great to see the stands packed here once more. Big investment in this event. 17 of the world's top 20 here, and they've been rewarded. Slightly disappointing that it's such a one-sided final so far. Maybe there'll be a sting in the tail, but you doubt it. This young lady is severely hampered. So Hingis then, serving for her second title here in San Diego. Outrageous. Sort of shot that you tend to associate with the Williams sisters. But look at the confidence and the power here from Hingis. Wrap that.
Oh, 15 all.
It's a scarcely credible score. scoreline after exactly an hour. She's continuing to fight, is Williams, but there's no way past tennis like this. Hingis really enjoying herself. Depth on that shot from Williams, and that's the treatment it got. So just a minute over the hour. Here are 2 match points for Martina Hingis. And what a comeback this has been. Just a second tournament in 2 months after the debacle of her defeat against the Australian Dokic at Wimbledon. She's come back here in San Diego and won the title without dropping a set. Yes, it was a depleted Venus Williams, but Hingis looked so sharp. And that is mighty impressive. Great to see the two of them as happy as that. And good timing too in the build-up for the US Open, where she aims to get her 6th Grand Slam title. And Williams, well, I think the prognosis isn't that good. There's a problem there, and it hasn't come at a good time. Of course, Venus with high hopes of winning the US Open. It's been such a promising year for her, but at the moment, although she's won the 4 titles, it's not the result that she wants. She'd be looking to be very near number 1 with certainly a Grand Slam title by the end of 1999, instead of which I think visits to the physio are in order. So, her 5th title of the year for Hingis, the Australian, Pan Pacific in Tokyo, Hilton Head, and the German Open, and now her 2nd title in San Diego. She wins here. Hope you can join Fru McMillan and David Mercer throughout the week in Cincinnati, beginning on Monday evening, 6 o'clock on British Eurosport, 7 o'clock Central European time. For now, goodbye.
Never stop, never give it up. 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 Give it up.
The WTA Tour with Suzuki Automobiles. See the originality.
Sport Text. Just press text on your remote control and you're there. All the latest sports news and results from all over the world. Exclusive articles and programme information.